She walked away, and if you've ever had a woman you love leave you, you know that silence hits harder than any words ever could. It's the kind of pain that doesn't just touch your heart, it sinks into your bones. You start thinking maybe it was you. Maybe you weren't enough. Maybe if you had done this differently or said that differently, she'd still be here. But let me tell you something real. She walked away because her love had limits. I stayed standing because mine doesn't. And if you're hearing this, I know you've felt it too. Because every man who has loved without holding back knows what it feels like to be left with nothing but questions, pain, and silence. But this is not where your story ends. This is where it begins. She walked, but you're still standing. And now you're in the quiet. The kind of quiet that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels heavy. It feels like the walls are pressing in on you. You sit there staring at your phone. You scroll back through old pictures, old messages, and your mind starts whispering things you can't shut out. Was I not enough? Did I mean nothing? How can she laugh and smile somewhere else while I'm breaking in silence? That's the part no one prepares men for. We don't get the sympathy posts, the friend groups showing up with ice cream and wine. We get silence. We get, bro, just move on. But moving on isn't that easy when you gave someone your heart with no safety net. When she leaves, life doesn't pause for you. You still clock into work. You still pay bills. You still show up like nothing's wrong because nobody's coming to save you. And in those moments, you realize the truth. Heartbreak for men isn't just losing love. It's carrying pain while still carrying responsibility. That's why it cuts deeper for us. Because while she's gone, we still have to be here, holding it all together. Every man who's been left knows this moment. It's that night where you're lying awake, staring at the ceiling, and something inside you breaks. You replay it all. The arguments, the silence, the way she pulled away little by little. And then that final moment, maybe she said it soft. I just don't feel the same anymore. Or maybe she said nothing at all. Just cold distance until you couldn't ignore it anymore. And now you're left with the echo. That's the breaking point. And in that moment, you've got two choices. Collapse into bitterness, drown in distractions, and lose yourself. Or stand. Most men torture themselves with the question, why did she leave? And brother, I've been there. You start rewriting history. Thinking, if I said this different, if I didn't mess up that night, if I gave her more time, maybe she'd still be here. But here's the cold truth. She left because she wanted to, and love that can walk away wasn't love without limits. Maybe it was female nature, hypergamy, her biology pulling her toward what she thought was better. Maybe it was you. Maybe you slipped. Maybe you lost your edge. Maybe you stopped leading. Or maybe she just didn't have the depth to love the way you did. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. She's gone. And the more you chase the why, the more power you give to a ghost. The better question is this. Now that she's gone, who will I become? This is where you start hearing your own voice fight back. If she comes back, would I take her back? Yeah, I probably would. But it wouldn't be the same. She'd have to earn me this time. That's not weakness. That's honesty. Because men love hard, and when we love, we don't just erase it. But here's the warning. If you do take her back, don't take her back the same. A woman who left once knows she can do it again. Respect has to be rebuilt, not assumed. This is what separates men from boys. A boy lets heartbreak destroy him. He spirals. He becomes bitter. He blames all women, closes off, or drowns himself in distractions. A man feels the pain, but he uses it. He takes the heartbreak as proof that his love was real, but also as proof that his mission has to be bigger than her. Because at the end of the day, if a woman can derail your purpose, then you didn't have a purpose strong enough to stand on in the first place. That's the lesson. She walked. But you're still standing, and standing is enough to start again. Men don't just hurt the same way women do, we hurt worse. Why? First, our nature is territorial. When a man truly loves a woman, he loves her with a kind of possessive protection. Not in a toxic way, but in a God-given way. It's wired into us to guard her, defend her, provide for her, and treat her as ours. That bond isn't casual, it's primal. So when she walks away and you picture another man holding what you once protected, it cuts deeper than words can explain. Second, she has options immediately. Even if you're a high-value man, even if you're disciplined, even if you're focused, it takes time to rebuild. A man has to create his value, but a woman, she'll have men lined up the same night she leaves, even if they're not real options. Just the sight of it can make you feel replaced, disposable, forgotten. That's why heartbreak hits us harder. We don't just lose her. We lose what we swore to protect. We lose the sense that we were irreplaceable. And that pain is heavy. But here's the truth, brother. That weight you feel, that's the very thing that forges kings. She walked away. I stayed standing. Kings don't bow to pain. This is king-level mindset.